Today we're talking about fears and the 4 fatal fears. And it is very appropriate to talk about the fears around this time of year as we're going through haunted houses and scaring our kids and being scared and all of the fun things that happen around this time of year. So I thought that talking about the 4 fatal fears in business and leadership and our adult world was a good topic for today. So hopefully you can grab a nugget or 2 from today that'll help you propel yourself and your business forward. So if you Google 4 fatal fears, you can definitely read more about this. I'm not a big fan of the word fatal, but that's the topic that if you put it out there in the Google search, that you can go ahead and pull up more about it. They really are talking about the fatal fears because when you have these fears, people believe and leaders believe that something really life-altering will happen because you have these fears. So people do not move past them because they feel like their life will end, and it kind of paralyzes them. So don't worry about these things. What we need to do is address them, we need to embrace them, and we need to move forward and past them as leaders and owners of our business and our daily life. The first fatal fear is being wrong. The fear of being wrong. So do you have the need to always be right? Do you always want to be right? And if you are that type of person that needs to always be right, you really need to watch this because it's okay to be wrong. And as a leader, if you are wrong, then people around you will embrace that and embrace you and your leadership style a little bit better, since you are being real with them and you don't have that ability and that want to always be right. So don't worry about being wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. We learn from our best mistakes. It's how we grow. It's how we move forward. So don't have that fear of being wrong. If you have that fear of being wrong, you won't move forward with things. You'll be in a state you'll be paralyzed really in everything that you do, and you'll find yourself just in a state of not moving forward at all. And that's really, really not a fun thing. The next fear is the fear of failure. And this is really what gets most of us, is the fear of failure. I'm not going to start a new business because what if it fails? I'm not going to try and lose weight because what if I fail and what if I can't do it? I'm not going to go out there and try a new type of sport or a new type of group and get involved. I'm not going to do these things because what if I fail? What if I don't do it? What if I can't do it? Those are all the conversations that go through our head, the internal conversations that go really, every human being has them. You're not alone. So don't be afraid to fail. If you fail, you can pick yourself back up, you can move forward, and you'll be fine. The next fear is the fear of rejection, right? What if nobody likes me? What if I go out there and I don't know what to say? What if I'm going on a sales call and they say no? What if I try and pitch to this person my program or my product and they say no? Well, guess what? Every time you hear no, you're going to grow. And no's make you stronger, and no's lead to yeses. So you need to realize and understand that there is rejection out there, but it will help you identify who you are, what your product is, what you are selling, really nail down your sales pitch, and really formulate what you want to be presenting to outsiders, and what the right target market is, and where you need to be really exposing yourself so that you are able to be your best self and your product is able to really be its best self as well. What you're doing in your daily world, whether it is a service or a product that you're providing, or just plain, running your daily life, no matter what you're doing, we're all entrepreneurs in our own world, and I really believe that. You can't be afraid of rejection out there. And it's so hard to really have that confidence every day and to believe that you are doing the right thing, and that whatever you have, whatever you can give to the next person for them to carry forward and make a difference in their life, it's okay. Don't be afraid of rejection, because you're going to help somebody else out there when you really pay it forward, so to speak. So don't be afraid. The last fear is the fear of emotional discomfort. And we've talked about this on Facebook Live before in this group. What we had said before is get comfortable being uncomfortable. And it's so true. And if you have emotional discomfort, and let's say a lot of people who have emotional discomfort, they just basically shut down, okay? They show no emotion as a leader. They show no emotion as a buyer or a seller or as a manager or as an owner in the company, or even as somebody interacting with their client. And when they have that emotional discomfort, they seem standoffish. They shut down. They really disconnect from emotion completely. And what happens at that point is that it turns off the emotion from the person that you're trying to interact with. So whether it's the person that's buying your product, or the person that you are leading, or the team that you're leading, or the team that you're on, when you have that fear of emotional discomfort, you become, you turn your emotion off, so to speak. And that's just a normal type of natural thing that happens. And what happens is then the people that you are interacting with turn off their emotion as well. So don't have that fear of the emotional discomfort. If you want to grow and grow your team, then it's okay to have that emotional. It's okay to wear your emotion on the sleeve and be vulnerable and explain to people how you're feeling. It's okay to say, I'm afraid, guys. This is what's going on. This is my fear. Help me face it. Okay? So when you are stalling, or when you are thinking about fear itself, or when you are in a mode where you can't move forward, no matter what it is in life, think about these different categories of fear, these 4 fears. And that is the fear of being wrong, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and the fear of emotional discomfort. And try and categorize those different fears, place the fear in that category, and you know what? Put that fear in your back pocket so it pushes you forward. And all you have to do is accept the fear and put it in your back pocket so it moves you forward. I hope you gained some knowledge today. If you guys ever need anything or want to talk further, feel free to private message me or send me an email at yourock@iEvolve Consulting, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Thanks. Bye.